A while ago, I made a video about the time that I found and rescued a cat that I named Smokey. This video is part 2 of that story. It's all about the life we lived with Smokey in our house. So if you haven't already, go watch part 1. I'll wait for you here while you do that. Okay, wait time over. So we left off at the day we brought Smokey home after school. We fed him some scrambled eggs, put him in a box, and gave him lots of pats. When Dad came home from work, he brought a lot of pet stuff, and we had to try to cram it all into what little space we had available. Because our house wasn't really made for a pet to live in. We weren't really prepared to take care of Smokey. Smokey just kind of suddenly came into our lives. And you know, I'm glad that he did. He was a very good kitty. Now, if you'll recall, it was a very cold, rainy, miserable-esque day when we found Smokey and brought him home. He spent quite a bit of time hiding in the mud and dirty bushes, so he was pretty filthy. And that meant we had to give him a bath. While Smokey didn't particularly enjoy his baths, obviously, he behaved very obediently and cooperatively and didn't make it super hard on us. We were able to bathe him quickly and easily. Unlike one certain pet I know. I remember one time we gave Smokey a bath and Mama said,
"You have to dry him and keep him from shivering or he might catch a cold."
So I wrapped him in a towel like a swaddled baby and I held him whilst I sat on the couch and watched TV. It was a nice moment. Another great thing about Smokey was that we didn't have to potty train him. As soon as we placed down the litter box, he seemed to know exactly what it was for and he took to using it right away. So he was also very smart.
He was my little genius kitty.
Smokey was a very playful little guy as well. He loved playing with toys, and his favorite one was a little Winnie the Pooh plushie, and it looked like this.
Look at the little snuggle baby. Oh, he looks so snuggly.
Sometimes he liked to play fight, and my dad would just grab him and swivel him across the floor while Smokey wrestled his hand. Sometimes I would wrestle with Smokey, but he would scratch my arm a lot, and I would always show up to school with these scratch scars on my arm, and my friends would always notice and ask about it. It's fine. That's just how he plays. It doesn't matter how much blood I lost. Whew, I feel kind of sluggish all of a sudden. That's weird. Unfortunately, our happy times with Smokey could not last forever. Because one day, I was petting Smokey and I saw a patch of his fur move around. I poked at his fur and out popped a little insect.
"You damn kids, get off my property!"
It turned out that my little boy had fleas.
Look how they messed with my boy.
It's no wonder I saw him scratching himself earlier like he took a bath in fiberglass. We had to find a way to prevent the purposeful persecution that these pesky parasites were punishing our perfect pussycat with. Pterodactyl! We tried all kinds of treatments, we gave him more baths, we combed his fur with soapy water. He really did not like that. He would always wriggle out of our arms and run away. We even tried covering him with this earth that parasites were supposed to hate. I don't know what we were thinking with that one. That one was kind of weird. And then we tried the collar. It was a flea collar that was covered with essential oils. Ooh, essential oils. That one might have actually worked if we kept it on him, but the smell of it was just too powerful for us to handle. So we took it off. No matter what we tried, we just couldn't get rid of Smokey's flea problem. So eventually, we had to give him up to a facility who really could take care of him. He really was a great pet. It was sad to see him go. But I hope at least they found a nice home for him. Here's some pictures of Smokey the day we found him. As you can see, he was just a little bitty guy. He was all dirty and cold, and we had to clean him up. There he is in his box. That was his first bed. And here's some pictures of him all grown up. He grew up to be a big, beautiful little kitty. And I miss him very much. Smokey, if you're out there somewhere and you're watching this video, just so you know, I love you. Have a good life, little buddy. Thank you all for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Also, comment down below your favorite cat breed, or any pet stories that you have. For those of you that are wondering what the beginning bit was all about, with me running around in circles and then getting dizzy and falling over and blowing up, that's because before we gave Smokey away, we watched some videos of people who spun their cats around and then the cats got dizzy, and I thought it was funny. And I tried doing that with Smokey, and I made him dizzy, and he bumped his head on the table. Please don't get mad at me, Peta. Well, I guess that's it. Goodbye and stay silly.